Hello guys, welcome back to Milo Gains Crypto. Just want to give a special shout out to you guys and thank you for getting us over that 100 subscriber mark. I think this is pretty cool that we're building a little community here. So you guys in the comment section, adding your thoughts or sharing your own stories. I love that. I'm super interested. And I'm always, looking for new information or strategies or just excitement. Hearing your guys' wins is always fun. That said, hitting this mark and having you guys share your comments or ideas for this video right here, the efficiency points 100 to 1000, how much GST will it give you? I had a comment from at Plug Stars. Can you do this with a GMT earner, please? You know what? I was like, yeah, this sounds like a good idea. Let me see if I can get my hands on a couple gems to get some point variation, and we were able to make it happen. So again, thanks for your comment, Plug Stars. And if any of you guys have a certain interest or want me to look into something, just let me know. I'll see if I can do it, and would be happy to help us all get some more learning and discovery on our STEPN journeys. So if you didn't tune into that GST efficiency video, which I recommend you do, what I did with my comfort earner, with my beloved Panda sneaker here, is I did a couple comfort attribute point variations to see how much GMT would I earn per energy. So 5 minutes for each certain comfort level here that we see in this column. And we'll dive into it, but there's going to be some nuance here. Unlike GST and efficiency, comfort and the GMT strategy is a little bit different. But first, let's go with our level 250. Let me see if I can get some zooming in here. So for 250 comfort points, after 1 energy or 5 minutes, it was 0.92 GMT. With 402 comfort, took me to 1.26 GMT. So that was a big spike. We'll have to keep that in mind. And then for 622 comfort, that got me to 122 GMT. So kind of interesting, right? This was 1.26, but then when we went up comfort, some reason got 1.22. For 810.8 comfort, back up into the positive, 1.31 GMT. Let's move on over. For 898.8, this was 1.42 GMT. So again, now a more consistent, steady increase. And then for 1027 comfort, this was 1.5 GMT for 5 minutes for 1 energy. And then for 1115 comfort, it's got me to 1.61 GMT per energy. And then lastly, for 1271.2 comfort, this got me 1.76 GMT for 5 minutes of moving for 1 energy of moving. All right, let's see this kind of broken down all together. So my differentials here, they're not precise in exactly all 150 comfort spaced apart or 200. There's going to be some variations because my gem combinations with what I had, I wasn't able to get that perfect 100 split or 200 split every time. But here we go, 250 to 400, 400 to 600. It's a 200 difference, 600 to 800, 200 difference, 800 to 900. It's a 100 difference. And then 1,000, 1,100, and then 1,250 to finish off with a 150 comfort point difference. And what does that get us average out to? There's going to be a little bit of wiggle room, right? Especially for a random spike here and then a slight decrease here. But we're looking at generally a 150 point comfort difference will give you a 0.1 GMT earning fluctuation. Now, why am I saying about roughly depending on? Well, that's just because GMT earning is not static. It is not set like GST. You don't get a certain amount guaranteed every time for your comfort level. Let me go to our white paper here to explain why. That's the X page. Okay, here we are. So there's no earning cap for GMT, Rather, the earning is changing dynamically every 1 minute based on the live GMT earners at the time. So your GMT earning, you are competing with me or with others who are also choosing to earn GMT. So let's say, here, I got a little picture of a pizza here. So GMT earning, think of it this way. A pizza is dropped in a room every single minute. And if you choose to earn GMT, you get to enter that room. Now, are you entering that room alone? No, you're entering it with others who also want GMT or want some pizza. Now, depending on your comfort level, this tells you how much pizza you can get. So let's just say you have a certain comfort level that with you compete with others, you get 10% of the pizza, right? So if there's 100 people going into that room for this one pie here, right, you're only going to get 10%, a slice, right? Yeah, my math might not be exact right now. But if you go into that room with 10 people, right, you get a bigger slice, right? Because your 10% now doesn't have to be divided amongst 100. Your 10% is divided with 10. So maybe that gets you 10 slices, right? I'm talking like, let's just say it's a monstrous, pizza pie. Now your 10% gets you 10 slices with 10 people rather than one slice with 100. So that's kind of why we can see some differences here. And let's go to this 400 comfort level. Why was it more than the 600 comfort level, right? 600 comfort should get you more. The best way to break it down logically is there's less people going into the room for that specific minute for that pizza grab. There might be some other factors, right? Maybe it's connection. If you're moving in your neighborhood or a local area, maybe your phone is trying to jump onto someone's Wi-Fi and connect, so you get an unhealthy signal. Maybe your speed changes up and down, which by the way too, having a jogger, walker, runner will impact this number slightly as well. I want to give also a disclosure and a notice that when I was doing this, I started here. I can get a zoom in once more. I started around 6:50 a.m. If you're new to STEPN or figuring it out to make an investment and you don't know, your energy to move, pretty much your ability to go run and earn rewards replenishes at 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, or every 6 hours, depending on your time zone. I'm on Pacific Standard Time. So for me, I get my energy. You get 1/4 of your total energy per day every time the hand hits here and every time the hand hits here. So in a 24-hour day, you're getting 4 separate replenishments. So typically what I've observed is that when people are getting the replenishments, that's when they're often going to go move, right? If they're waiting like, I'm just waiting on some energy so I could finally go do my earnings, the clock strikes 6 or strikes 12, you may get more competitors. So this could be more congested GMT earning times. So maybe I was in a slightly more congested earning times, and then 9 and 3, or just kind of wherever the middle is between your replenishment time, that's going to be most likely where you have the least amount of competitors, right? Let's say someone waited till 7 or 8 to finally move to get away from these 6 o'clock or earners, movers, and now it gets a little more diluted here. And then, because maybe some are actually starting at 11 a.m. right here to kind of intercept and get some more energy at 12 to have a longer run. This isn't always true. I've definitely had some pretty good earnings around 12 or 6 here. I've had some tough earnings around 12 or 6, but just something to keep in mind. And, do your own research. Make sure you're understanding the white paper, how the mechanics work of this game. And this is not financial advice, right? This comes with some risk. This project isn't guaranteed to work out every single time. So do your own research and make the decisions that are most wise and appropriate to you. Last thing to cover here is seeing this around 0.1 GMT earning difference for every 150 comfort. To go up, this is going to require more gems, right? You might have, like on my earner here, I have 4 gem sockets. You might have 3, 2, or 1, and that investment to go from the 2 to 3 gem, or 3 to 4, or a couple 3s or a couple 4s. Here we can take a look here. GMT, gem prices, especially for comfort, they're steep. They're the most expensive because they get you the biggest return. So just know, what is your strategy? How quickly do you want your ROI? It's going to be more upfront altogether for just even a GMT earner, and then to buff it up with gems, just be prepared. That's going to take a little bit more from you. So yeah, it's this scaling from here to here. It's going to take much more. Look at all these 4s here, right? So that's all I have for today. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is becoming fun chatting with you guys, getting to know some of you, or at least some of your interests. If you have any suggestions or what to look into, or if I'm missing anything, if you ever want to message me screenshots with all your private information blurred or covered of, oh, hey, this is my earnings with 2,000 comfort or 3,000. I mean, great. I currently don't have that earning potential, but I think the more information for viewers, the better. And if we can kind of work together to fortify this ecosystem, because I think if one of us wins, we all win, right? Because if one of us is winning, anyone who's interested in STEPN, they hear our positive sentiments or our success story, and this is a good way to expand this cool project that's happening. Thank you guys so much. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. See you later.